It's a bird. It's a plane. It's an elephant. Welcome back, YouTube, and today is a movie review based on the 1941 Disney classic animated film, Dumbo. Now, before I begin, let me first start off by talking a little bit about the 1941 classic Dumbo movie. This was the fourth installment animated movie that was created by Walt Disney during World War II. Sorry, his fourth animated film. His first one, I think his third one was Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, and can't remember his first one. Anyway, but so the original Disney classic movie about a deformed elephant. Well, not really deformed, but gifted elephant. Yeah, folks, you're hearing me right. I'm talking about a flying elephant. It was originally animated and inspired by Walt Disney back in 1941, during World War II. The story was inspired by a picture book, about 7-page picture book, that Walt Disney grew up reading, and he decided to create a movie about it. So, this elephant was born with a deformity of big ears for a young elephant. Most elephants, they have big ears, but I mean, these ears were huge, the size of like plane wings. They were massive. In the classic movie, he was humiliated and just shown around as an amusement attraction from a famous circus act. Teased and humiliated, Dumbo was cared for by his loving mother and a ringleader mouse teacher that taught him, that it's okay to be different, it's okay to be special, you're always loved, and people care about you. And he learned how to fly by a group of, I want to be really respectful about this, 4 jazz smooth talking crows that taught him how to fly and to reach for the skies. So, the Disney original movie was a heart classic. Really, really well done with the animation and the music. There are famous songs that the original had brought to life and were composed. And it was a colorful and it was a heartwarming film that Walt Disney brought to life back in his prime. So, let's fast forward through time. So, after Walt Disney released Dumbo, many people, I wasn't even thought of, nor were my parents, during 1941. So it wasn't until like early 1900s. It wasn't until like 1990 that, or 1975, sorry, 65? I want to say 65 or 75. Walt Disney had been working on, Disneyland and getting his park created, making different animated movies, and people were starting to love and, follow the creativity and imagination mindset of Walt Disney. So we're fast forwarding. We are now in 2019. I know. Times have changed. Concepts of what the future would hold during 1941 has definitely shocked millions. It wasn't until like Walt Disney was very he was a pioneer of his time. He saw a future of life of what we see today. You know, virtual reality, you know, robots, animatronic robots, cars that do amazing things, that actually park themselves, can drive themselves now. We're in that I know, going to the moon, going to space, future. You know, it was so Disney had created a classic movie. In 2019, or in late 2018, there was rumors that Disney, after his passing for many years prior to that, were in the works of going back into Disney's archives and bringing old classic movies to life, with today's new technology of film, animation, actors, actresses, you know, effects. So there was talks of taking Dumbo and making it into a live action movie. We have now seen a lot of live action movies coming from Disney in the past few months of 2017 through now. We have seen Dumbo, that's one. We have seen The Lion King that just came out. I still haven't seen it. We're looking at seeing Mulan. We're seeing Sleeping Beauty, you know, Beauty and the Beast. Just all these movies are now becoming live action that were animated. They were cartoonish. They were now becoming animated, live animation. With what we have, with the technology of creating movies now that we have, we can make cartoons come to life. And so the 2019 movie was picked up by the rights of Disney, of course, but they couldn't find a director. Now, they went with a director that is known for very, very trippy, surreal, magical, dark, fantasy, happiness, bizarre point of view. They went with Tim Burton. Now, if we know anything about Tim Burton movies, he has done a lot of very, very, you know, outside the box views of movies. Night Before Christmas, Coraline. He has done, you know, musicals, Sweeney Todd, you know, Big Fish, just different types of movies that really bring a magical, mythical world to life, through a mind that sees different side of point of views that most think are very bizarre, very disturbing, but yet very compelling and captivating. So, hearing about this, I was a little nervous. How are you going to honor a beloved classic movie and bring it to life? And using a director, famously known for dark romance, dark type of dream type movies. Was it gonna be like another, stop animation? Was it? Oh, there's another one, Jungle Book. That was another Disney film that became live action. So were they gonna try to do it like Jungle Book, where they had live actors and they just voiced the characters? I don't know. Tim Burton. So let me, before I start getting like out of tune here, let me talk about the difference. Or let me talk about the 2019 version. So in the 2019 version, we are introduced with, Dumbo, from a circus. Now, there's a little differences between the original and Tim Burton's take on it. So Tim Burton's take on it had a story that went a little bit more in depth and had his own unique taste to the script. So Dumbo was an Asian elephant that was a mother Asian elephant was purchased from a circus that was known going through Florida all the way through the southern states, performing death-defying stunts, freak shows, with a wonderful cast. But the circus was, stopping in stopping in Missouri. During the end, I want to say the end of World War I or the end of World War II. I want to say World War II because or World War I. The uniforms, they kind of threw me off. Anyway, so the circus is dying. They have lost a lot of acts during the time of the influenza, the flu. So budget, not having a lot of the original members, so they couldn't really keep the circus alive. They were a dying circus. So the ringleader, played by Danny DeVito, had purchased a Asian elephant and found out that she was pregnant and gave birth to a baby elephant, which would make the circus and the headlines in the papers bring crowds and to bring the circus to life. They find out that the elephant, it's deformed. It's not like a normal looking elephant. So they basically they try to hide the fact that the elephant has giant deformed ears and just put it into the clowns. Sorry. They sell Dumbo's mom to another circus because of an incident at the circus, causing Dumbo, not to perform well. and the circus is dying. So they sorry, I'm trying to record this. Just really got up, so bear with me. Okay. So they find out that there is two little kids find out that this elephant has a talent that no one believes. No one believes that that Dumbo can fly. That can actually like fly like a jet plane. No one believes. And so they find out, and people start coming. A world-renowned circus owner from a nearby city hears about it, comes and finds out, hey, let's work together. Let's bring this elephant to life by giving it, you know, fame and fortune. We'll take on your old circus. We'll carry your burden and keep your circus alive. Well, little mishaps happen along the way. If you guys have, okay, so before I go, if you haven't seen this movie, there are spoilers. But if you have, then you know where I'm going. And so, anyway, little mishaps happen along the way, you know, where it's all about greed and, you know, lies and betrayal. A new circus that has tons of money. It's innovated. It's not like an original circus, you know, that just goes, you know, town to town, you know, in big tops. You know, this circus is like a theme park called Dreamland. In Dreamland, there are, you know, there's the owner, played by Michael Keaton. I think I'm saying his name wrong. My bad. But originally known for Batman, Tim Burton's Batman. He has found out that, you know, he has plans to, you know, just take the elephant, take Dumbo, and say, hey, you outsiders, I don't want you anymore. I just need your elephant. You know, and anyway. So they bring the outsiders for a plan to get Dumbo and their mother reunited. Everyone's happy, you know, and you know, the new amusement park circus grows to ground. Okay, so that's like a long story short. You know, there's love, there's romance, there's happiness, there's like little side stories, you know, between characters in this movie. But really, really, really well done. So anyway, now I'm going to talk about the similarities between the original and the remake. Now, in the original, there are many, many very famous songs. I've never seen the elephant fly, which was performed by, you know, Louis Armstrong and a lot of famous jazz performers at the time. That song was not in the remake. Casey Jones Coming Down the Rails, that song was actually in the original, and was reimagined in the remake instrumentally, and whistled and hummed in a little bit by Danny DeVito. So they do play a homage to the original song there. Dry Your Eyes, Baby Child. I think I'm saying the title wrong, but it's one of the songs that Dumbo's mother sings to Dumbo. That was in the original, which was brought into the remake, but was played by it was sang, but not by the elephants, by the circus performers. So that song, it did play true, but it was just seen in a different way. Okay, so I mean, you can't really like, you know, fault them for, hey, you didn't put the song in the right place. Okay, in a remake, in a reimagined film, you know, as long as you play tribute to the original. Okay, so and then there was another song about. There was only like 3 songs that were actually put from the original into the remake, or the new one. Differences. The original, some of the animals can talk. Well, actually, most of the animals can talk. In the remake, none of the animals talk. They make sounds, you know, like animal sounds, but they don't talk. So, kind of sucks. I mean, I would love to hear, you know, Dumbo's voice, or, you know, some of the animals talk. Now, they could have done that, you know, but I think they wanted to. I think Tim Burton had a different perspective. So I'm not going to fault them for that. That's, you know, that was their choice. In the original, there was how Dumbo came, you know, how Dumbo got to be seen. You know, where it was when Dumbo was born, the stork brought him, but in the remake, the stork never brought the Dumbo. But they do play a homage to the storks coming around, and then Dumbo is born. But the stork really physically doesn't bring the baby to the mother in the original. In the remake, the crows that taught Dumbo how to fly weren't in that were in the original were not in the remake. I would love to see them, because you know, that was my favorite scene in the original. To be honest, it really was. Where they did in the original, one of the scenes, Dumbo is trying to learn how doing a circus performance with the clowns, and the big top burns. Literally, it burns. In the remake, their big top doesn't burn. In the original, Dumbo gets a little drunk, has a little hallucination dreams about bouncing elephants. Reimagined in the remake, Dumbo's not drunk. Dumbo is immersed in the illusion of bubbles, mesmerizing Dumbo, giving Dumbo like a hypnotic trance of these dancing bubbles, which that's pretty cool. So that's similar difference. That makes sense. Another one. The circus. In the original, the circus Dumbo ends up staying with the circus for centuries on. In the remake, Dumbo and their mother are reunited and set free in, I want to say, Africa or Asia, but to be honest, if you watch the remake, it looks a lot like the same footage that was stock footage that was used from the live-action version of Jungle Book with the waterfall and all that. So I was like, huh. But anyway, that's the difference from original to remake. That's another one. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of things that go on. I mean, this video could be like 8 hours long, but I really don't want that to happen. So, little Easter eggs. Okay, so little Easter eggs. Okay. In the remake, there are homage or little Easter eggs that say, hey, thank you, Walt Disney, and show things that happened to Disneyland at the time. So Dreamland, it looks a lot like the original concept to Disneyland, with one attraction called Rocket to the Moon. Now, in Disneyland, Disney had created a ride in Tomorrowland called Rocket to the Moon. Not based on not based on the black and white stop animation, the live footage, stock footage, short film. I want to say it was directed by a French director. Of when the rocket crashes into the moon, you know, through the eye. And it's like a really famous movie, short film. But the Rocket to the Moon was a ride that was actually in Disneyland and then was reimagined and everything. There are YouTubers out there that know what I'm talking about. If you are watching this, go check out their channels on you know, theme parks, on Disneyland, and old attractions and new, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I don't have their channels down in the description below, unfortunately, but just look them up. Now, during Walt Disney had a way of showing the world of tomorrow. In his World's Fair, he had a thing called the Carousel of Tomorrow, which showed basically what the future would be now. In the remake, the Easter egg, it shows the world of tomorrow. A little portion of the Carousel of Progress of what the future holds. You know, robots and animatronics and, you know, things that we see nowadays. Also, the world of tomorrow, but I think it's titled differently in the remake, but it's the same building that was used, it was the same concept that was used during, at one of Disney World's, Walt Disney's theme park, Epcot. In nature, the world of the something in nature. They make, what I'm trying to say is they make a reference to Epcot and one of their attractions there. That's not there anymore. Another one is they have So they have it's like it's journey to like imagination. In the remake, they have like a Easter egg that basically it's an homage to a lot of Epcot things, but also it was basically the City of Tomorrow, something like that. So those are a few Easter eggs I found. I know there's other YouTubers that have done videos on Dumbo, but they might have a little bit more detail. I'm just trying to do my own version of this movie review. So, yeah. Okay. Personal thoughts. I actually was very impressed with the remake. I actually think Tim Burton did a phenomenal job. He brought a new life to this to this movie. He brought a new perspective, a new reimagined version, which he did a phenomenal job. The casting was great. He does use a little same casting in most of his movies he's done. Big Fish, for example, Danny DeVito is a ringleader in Big Fish. He becomes a ringleader in Dumbo, which I think that was kind of a little cool. I can't remember his name, but he played in Phone Booth with Kiefer Sutherland, but the father of the kids that trained Dumbo, he played in a movie based on Walt Disney's life called Saving Mr. Banks. Well, not really based on Walt Disney's life, based on Mary Poppins, called Saving Mr. Banks. He played Mr. Banks, a father to a child readaptation. So he was also in this remake. Second time he's been in a Disney film, which I think is pretty cool. One of the circus performers, I want to say, was in the Friday series. He played the cross-eyed guy from Friday and Next Friday. I want to say I'm right. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but it looks really similar to the big guy that takes the bike from Friday. So I thought that was pretty cool. The movie did touch me. It did make me start to cry and actually feel childhood memories of watching this movie. The songs, especially hearing the songs, it got my heart. I started to cry a little bit. It was touching, heartwarming. Overall, it was a really phenomenal movie. There's a lot of things you can depict from original and the remake. And if you guys and gals really want me to do that, I can start a new. I could do another portion to this video and actually just start digging into it. But I don't know. So what would I rate this? As a remake, a Disney remake from a beloved classic, I actually will give this a really high one. It's an 8.5 out of 10. Especially for a remake. But it's not really a remake, it's a reimagination, imaginative look on the original. So a different perspective, point of view. So it was good. What I didn't like about this movie, I have a few dislikes. I guess I'll get them out of the way. You know, I'd rather put good news out than put bad news. Little dislikes. I really would love to see the crows. I really would love to see the animals actually talk. I would have loved to actually, you know, had a little bit more not origin, but a little bit more similarities from original to remake. But I mean, Tim Burton did a good job, and I was really impressed. And I'm excited to see what Hollywood does for the new movies that are now Disney movies that are now becoming live actions based on the animation cartoons that were inspired by Walt Disney and were created way before my time, well, early childhood time. So this has been another movie review of by yours truly, Corey. And today's movie was Dumbo 2019. Disney's Dumbo 2019, directed by Tim Burton. If you guys enjoyed this movie review, please give it a like. If you do love my movie reviews, there are a section in my channel. You can watch all my other movie reviews that I have done in the past. I will hopefully have more in the near future. So thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate all your guys' feedback, good or bad. I appreciate your views and likes, and I love and appreciate your guys' support on helping this channel grow and to help me create new content for everyone. So thank you. As always, I will see you guys and gals in the next movie review. As always, this is Corey, signing out. And remember, dream big, follow your dreams, and if anyone out there feels like they're different, harness that difference, cherish it, and use it to burn the fire inside you and show the beauty of being born different. So, as always, much appreciation. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Corey. Bye!